Hi dear students, welcome to all for today's social class. In today's class we will see fourth lesson in history. The lesson is ancient civilization of the world. Listen, many other civilizations flourished in various parts of the world at the time of Indus Valley civilization. We can see the Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, and Chinese civilization in Asia and Africa. Let's see now the Egyptian civilization. Generally, all civilizations have originated in the river plains. Is it? Generally means commonly all the civilizations are originated in the river plains. The Egyptian civilization could take birth due to the presence of the river Nile. Listen. Similarly, the Egyptian civilization also born in river Nile. Got it? The relics obtained are proclaim the grandeur of Egypt. Huge pyramids, sculptures, temples, and the inscriptions in these temples tell us a lot about Egyptian culture and history. Listen, what are the evidences are obtained? Listen, huge pyramids. Huge means big pyramids and sculptures and temples and inscriptions and temples. These are all tell us the lot about Egyptian civilization and the history of Egyptians. Let's see now the contribution of Egyptians. The Egyptians were expert farmers. They knew a lot about irrigation. Listen, the Egyptian peoples were expert in farmers, means agriculture. They are expert in doing agriculture, and the Egyptians know lot about irrigation. Got it? They had built temples. They invented the calendar, which has helped us to measure time. Listen, the Egyptians were built temples and also they invented the calendars. Got it? Who invented calendars? The Egyptians were invented the calendar. More than anything else, they had mastered the art of writing. It was a symbolic language. Listen, the Egyptians were using which language? Symbolic language. They are mastered, or master means they are expert in the art of writing. Got it? It consists of small drawings and has been called hieroglyphics, means sacred writings. Got it? Hieroglyphics means what? Sacred writing. Okay. Let's see now the Nile Valley. Every rainy season, the Nile River would transform the Nile Valley into a huge lake. In every rainy season, the Nile River would become huge lake. Got it? After the valley dried up in summer, a fertile layer of clay soil would form the grazing field and neighboring agricultural lands. The work that would need the labor of hundreds of people was being done by the kind river all alone. This fertile land provided food for the population of the first town in the area. Not all agricultural regions are in the valley, hence, through small canals and wells, they were responsible for the development of a complex system of irrigation throughout the land. Listen, dear students, in every rainy season, the Nile River will become huge lake. Got it? In summer season, the water was dried up. In that field, the Egyptian peoples were doing agriculture and they produced food for themselves. Got it? Let's see. The prosperous, wealthy Egyptian peasants and citizens during their leisure engaged themselves in the creation of artistic works. Listen, the prosperous, wealthy Egyptians Egyptian peasants means rich peoples or landlords. Got it? And the citizens during their leisure time, is their free time, they engaged in themselves for creation of some artistic works. Got it? The role of priest was created to interpret nature and explain it. The priests were scholars and shouldered the responsibility of protecting written documents. Listen. The priests were the scholars. Those days in Egyptian civilization, the priests were the scholars and they have the responsibility of protecting the written documents. Got it? They believed in life after death. Listen. The Egyptians was believed life after the death. Got it? They believed that man had to give an account of his deeds on earth to Osiris, the most powerful god of life and death. Listen, was Osiris. Osiris is the most powerful god of life and death of an Egyptians in Egyptian civilization. Got it? The priest considered that life on earth was temporary and was needed only to prepare for the next life. Listen, the Egyptian priests were considered or their belief the life on the earth was temporary and was needed only to prepare for the next life. Got it? Thus, the whole of the Nile Valley was reserved for the dead. The dead body would be smeared with various chemicals and wrapped with a thin cloth. Listen, the Egyptians they smeared with various chemicals and wrapped with a thin cloth to dead body. Got it? The Egyptians are protected or save the dead body through the smearing of various chemicals and wrapped with a thin cloth. Through this, the Egyptians were protect the dead body. Got it? The entire body was in this way preserved. The body protected thus was called a mummy. Listen, dear students. The dead body is called as mummy. According to Egyptians, the dead body is called as mummy. Got it? It would be kept in a specially designed coffin. Coffin means box. The grave was considered the true place for an Egyptian. Hence, all around the dead body, items needed for daily use and small dolls of a cook and barber would be kept to fulfill all future needs. Listen, dear students, the Egyptians, those days in Egyptian civilization, those days, the Egyptians kept few items needed for daily use and small dolls of a cook and barber would be kept because of to fulfill their future needs. Got it? In the beginning, graves were created by carving into the rocks in the hills. Got it? At the initial stage, the Egyptians were created graves through the carving into the rocks and hills. As the Egyptian moved north, they had to construct graves in the desert itself. Tall towers were built on these graves using huge blocks of stone in order to protect the eternal sleep of the dead. Kings and wealthy people would, with each other, build taller and taller towers. Listen, in Egyptian civilization, the kings and wealthy peoples were built taller and taller towers because of to keep or to preserve dead body. Got it? The Greeks called these structures pyramid. Listen, these structures are called as pyramids. The kings of Egypt were called Parahos. Paraho means a person who lives in a palatial house. Paraho means what? A person who lives in a palatial house is called as Parahos. Got it? The peasants who had accepted the rule of powerful Osiris now accepted the role of Parahos too. After an independent, prosperous life for 20 centuries, Egypt was ruled over by an Arabian shepherd tribe called Hyksos, which attacked and after defeating it, ruled for 500 years. Listen. After the ruling of Egypt, the Hyksos was attacked the Egypt. They ruled totally 500 years. Got it? They looted the wealth of the natives and hence did not become popular. Listen. The Hyksos looted or robbed the wealth of the native peoples. So the Hyksos not became popular. The Jews who came wandering through the deserts in search of shelter were also hated by the people of Egypt. By cooperating with the foreign rule, the Jews even assisted them in collecting taxes and in administration. In 1700 BC, the people of tribes rose in revolt against foreigners. Listen. In 1700, the people of tribes rose in revolt. Revolt means they started fighting against the foreigners. After a prolonged conflict, they succeeded in driving Hyksos out of their country. Finally, the Egyptians get success to send out the Hyksos from the country. Egypt became free once again. After 1,000 years, it came under the rule of Sardanapalus of Assyria. The Persian Emperor Cambyses occupied Egypt in the 6th century BC. Listen, dear students. In the 6th century, the Persian emperor means king. Who was the Persian emperor? The Cambyses. Cambyses was occupied the Egypt in 6th century. Got it? Alexander occupied Persia in 4th century BC. At the same time, King Alexander was occupied Persia in the 4th century. Egypt became a province of Macedonia. One of Alexander's military generals declared himself the king of Egypt and established the dynasty of the Ptolemy. Listen. One of Alexander's military general, he declared himself as a king in Egypt. Got it? Hence, the dynasty was established. He founded the city of Alexandria. At last came the Romans in 39 BC. The last Egyptian queen, Cleopatra, tried her best to save her country. Finally, the last Egyptian queen, Cleopatra, who was the last Egyptian queen? Cleopatra. She tried to save her country. It was said that the Romans feared her beauty more than her troops. Listen. The Romans was feared her beauty, not than her army. Got it? Twice she was successful in her attack upon the hearts of the Roman conquerors. Listen. 2 times the queen Cleopatra was got success. Means they won the war against Romans. Got it? However, in 30 BCE, Caesar's successor, his son-in-law Augustus, did not succumb to her beauty like his father-in-law, but defeated her army. Listen. Finally, Augustus was defeated the Cleopatra army. Got it? So he spared her life. When he planned to carry her away along with the other spoils of the battle, Cleopatra consumed poison and ended her life. From them onwards, Egypt became a province of Rome. Finally, the Augustus planned to carry out the Cleopatra. The time the Cleopatra was consumed poison and ended her life. Later onwards, the Egypt became a province of Rome country. Got it? This is today's topic, dear students. In case if you have any doubts, you can ask. I will clarify your doubts. Okay. Now today's homework is you need to make any 5 own questions in today's topic. Got it? The remaining we will see in next class. Thank you. Thank you and I'll have a nice day.